I worked as a technical project manager for the company that so many people are dreaming to work for, and they have it as their main life goal, which is Lululemon. Great brand, great culture, amazing people that I met as well. You also get opportunities to work out. There are different free classes that you can attend when you work from the office. So there are all of those different perks, and you're like, why would you leave? Why would you quit? I quit at the moment when that job no longer became in alignment with me and my future plans, and when it started pulling me back and started pulling my mental health and my physical health. And you need to be brave and have the courage to actually pause and realize that and acknowledge that and make that jump and make that step of quitting the place, quitting that comfortable zone to actually get and chase the better things in life. Let's just talk a little bit more about that. So I worked for Lululemon for 2 years, and I was working as an independent contractor. When you work as an independent contractor, you go to the office. I had to go to the office 4 times a week. It's a regular 9 to 5 job. You work, you have your desk, you do the things, but you don't get any benefits. You don't get start holidays, you don't get vacations. It's all coming out of your pocket. It's all on you. You pay your taxes, you pay everything. Of course, for some time when you just start, you have this excitement that, oh my God, I'm gonna work for Lululemon. I'm so excited. So many different things are happening, the people you meet, and you don't really think about those benefits or anything like that. After some time, after few years, as I said, I worked for 2 years. I left months ago, so I could clearly reflect on my decision. Every 6 months, I had to renew my contract, and I was getting the renewals. There were no problems with that. I knew that in April, my contract was coming to an end, and I started asking myself, probably months and a half before that, do I want to renew my contract? How do I feel? Do I see myself in the future working for the company? And like, where am I standing right now? When I started reflecting, I realized that my mental health has been struggling, my physical health has been struggling, and I've been doing the tasks and works that I no longer enjoy doing. What happened is that when you work as a project manager, and I was a technical project manager leading some projects, I started doing the projects that were actually fun and I love doing them. Lots of technical things, solving different problems. Something always breaks. I strive in chaos. I love that part of work. But slowly my work transitioned to the tasks which were no longer bringing me that enjoyment and were no longer my strengths and my area of expertise. And when I started reflecting, first, I no longer like what I do. I no longer feel mentally in the right place. Physically, I feel exhausted because sometimes I would overwork because I had to make sure that I finish all of the projects on time. And when I came to compensation as well, right? Like, okay, I can forget about all of those mental aspects, physical health, I can take a break and come back. But when I looked at the compensation as well, it was not matching all of this. This huge chunk of stress and anxiety that it started bringing me was not matching the compensation that I was getting paid. And again, I was not getting any benefits or anything out of this as well. Especially when I ask myself, do I want to continue being in this environment, being in this space and working like this for the next 6 months if I renew my contract? And I answered myself that no, I don't. And also, since I've been the person of the business, entrepreneurship, I've always had something on the side to do my passion projects. So that's why in the last several months, my startup, my mobile app that I created started picking up. And I knew that there are so many different things that are coming, and a summit is coming, and efficient lunch is coming. So I was like, I have to make this jump and just bet fully on myself, on my projects, and what is going to bring me fulfillment in life, especially if I don't see myself working for this company in a long-term perspective. I've always seen myself as a business owner, entrepreneur, and focusing on different things and mission in life. And what's important to say that what's always been hard for me, especially like heartbreaking to leave the Lululemon, is people. The people is an amazing part of the company, amazing part of the culture. You meet so many great people and they become more of a family. You go do the workouts together. They have this culture of actually going to fitness classes, going to Pilates during lunch, going for a run. There are different run clubs, different activities, sports events, tournaments. And that's an amazing thing when it comes to getting people together. That was a huge point which was hard for me to leave when I felt sad to leave on my own journey, is to leave the people. Especially when I am right now as a solo founder, building the mobile app, building my business and doing the business consulting on the side. I am solo, I am alone, so I miss the people and I miss the environment working with people, but I always look at it as something temporary. It's just that stage right now. And of course, if it's the right people, you can always meet outside of work to hang out, do all of those classes all together outside of the office space. First, what's important to say, when I made the decision to quit, it was very hard to tell this and share with the people around me in a close circle. Why? Because again, it's Lululemon. It's a company that so many people dream to work for, especially I am in Vancouver. Vancouver, the head office of Lululemon is in Vancouver. There's Aritzia head office, Arc'teryx head office, right? There are like big companies that are in the city, like top 4 or 5 companies that everybody knows, and you want to work for that company. So the key point here, when you make this jump, when you quit, you always need to have a plan. What is your plan? What are you going to do? How much money do you have saved? Do you have money saved? What if it's not gonna work? Where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do? And so I've always been that person of structure. Again, I'm a project manager, so everything was already mapped out. I already have a clear plan, a clear strategy, the finances, everything is already prepared for me to go on my personal solo journey of being as an entrepreneur and a business owner. So that's why you will hear lots of noises, and you will hear lots of people judging you, not understanding you, but that's okay. Focus on your goal, focus on what is in alignment with you, even when everybody is screaming and telling you this is so wrong to do. This is not my first time quitting the job when it stops being in alignment with me, when it's no longer good for my mental health. And what I mean by that, I would actually have an anxiety. Even I would stay in the shower and I would think about work. I would think about all the different projects and that things didn't go well and what's went wrong, what is the solution. I would constantly go to bed with an anxiety and thinking about it. I could not turn off my brain, and it was constant feeling of overwhelming and anxiety. Even that I do lots of practices, meditations, breath work, it was not helping. And that's when you realize this is not sustainable and it cannot continue being like this. And if you don't get the support within the company to help you solve this problem, then you have to act and you have to do something. So that's why here I am focusing on my personal journey and focusing and sharing that with you guys, and going back to the point that this is not my first time quitting. And in the past, I quit another job like 3 years ago before Lululemon. I was working as a marketing manager, events industry, and doing the sales as well. And when I got hired for the company, the salary, the pay was so good, even like double more than what I was getting paid at Lululemon. And at one point it stops being about money. It starts being about your mental health and your, like, in general, how you are doing in life. Because for that job, when I would have to drive to an event to do the sales, I would cry driving. I was so mentally in the wrong space because I genuinely hated it. I would call my husband and say, I am hating this job. I don't like it and it's so not me. And that's when everything is screaming at you and you cannot handle it anymore. And I started being more like stressed and more reactive in my personal life as well. And I remember my husband looked at me and said, if that job making you like behaving like this and making you stressed like this and not happy about life and depressed, you have to leave. You have to leave and you have to make that jump. So that was the first time when I did that. And so when I did this right now, I already knew what is going to be my plan. I already knew what are going to be my next steps. In the past, I actually left Lululemon in the past 3 years before. I started originally joined as a project coordinator in 2023. And I got a 1-year contract, but I lost the job because of my immigration documents. My work permit extension got refused, so I had to stop working immediately. That was a lot of the stress, and that's when it happened suddenly when I was not prepared, but I figured it out. That's how I got into trading. That's how I got into so many different things and running the YouTube channels and having my personal clients. And now I made that decision on my own. Exactly 3 years later, that was my decision to do with a plan, with a structure, in a more sustainable way. If you are thinking of quitting because you don't feel mentally good and you're struggling, I always say, just go and search for another job, have another plan. Don't quit without having a plan. Because nowadays world, in this economy, it's very hard to find a job. Let's be realistic here. So have a clear plan, what you are going to do. Do you have enough savings, and what are the next steps? And do you have maybe the support of your spouse? But you have to think about it. Don't quit just for the sake of quitting, because everything is pissing you off and you can no longer live in that environment. You have to think strategically, okay? Do not let your emotions do all of those impulsive decisions, because we need to think about ourselves. At the end of the day, we have the bills that we need to pay. If you live in Vancouver as me, it's one of the expensive cities in the world. Everything is so expensive. In general, in the world right now, in this economy, everything is expensive. So you have to think strategically about your next step. So if you don't like your job, start acting now. Talk to people within the company if there are any ways to change it. If you can get any support, if you can move internally to other positions. For me, it was no. For me, I tried that, didn't work out. If the whole problem is the money, ask for the raise. If you're gonna get a raise and it's gonna make you feel better, that's a solution as well. I asked, I got no. And so I tried it. I tried my best to help myself to stay, but it just was not meant, I guess, to happen. It was time to move on to the next stage of my life. But start preparing yourself so you have a solid foundation and you have something. Where are you gonna go and why are you leaving? Because what it became for me, it was just no longer sustainable for my mental health, physical health. I literally had no energy for anything in my life. I was just so exhausted and drained from doing that job. I could only work and there's nothing else. I didn't have time to do the housekeeping things, not even time, like just physical energy, like taking care of my space, of my family, to cook, take care of myself. Like I was just so drained that it was no longer sustainable. And your body will always scream at you and tell you that there is something wrong that is happening. And thank you everybody for watching. If you've been thinking on that journey of quitting or doing things in your life, this is just your sign that sometimes when everybody talks about a specific brand and a company as a dream company to work for, you gotta see what's happening inside. You gotta know what's happening inside and how it resonates with you. And don't look just on a fancy, nice picture. And it applies to any company. Any company you find online, do more in-depth research before it becomes your dream job just because of the name of the company, okay? Again, thank you everyone for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I am excited for my new journey, solo journey, embracing it all, embracing all of the changes and all of the opportunities as well that are coming my way. And I just wanted to share it for you guys to live with that inner alignment, that sometimes you don't have to fight the life and the work you do. You don't have to always be as that warrior, and have this tension inside of your body and have your mental and physical health struggling. Do not wait. Do not keep it all inside of you. If there's something that is not making you happy and actually making you feel anxious and you're struggling and stressed, Well, let's look into solving that. And if sometimes the only solution is to leave for a better place, then don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to have that jump, which is always going to lead you to something better in life. And our inner fulfillment is everything, because we spend so much time at our work. Majority of our time we spend doing what? Working. Then why do we spend a lot of time on our day doing the things that we genuinely don't like doing and we don't feel fulfilled? The most precious thing in our life is time, so don't waste your time doing these things that do not bring you happiness and also damaging your mental health and your physical health, and which affects your personal relationships as well with people who actually care, because we dedicate so much time to our work and we have the people and family who actually care about us. When something happens to you, the work, they don't care, they're just going to find a replacement for you, but your family, they do actually care. So this is just a little bit of a advice closing some of my thoughts in here in this video, but thank you everyone for watching. And again, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Would love to chat with you.